week from tomorrow, Billings School District 2 will find out if voters in Billings support a mill levy to help with the budget shortfall. Here to talk with us some more about that is Superintendent Greg Upham. Good morning, Greg. So this has been such an odd time, not just for the district, but for everyone in general. So have you gotten any feedback on how voters are maybe feeling about supporting a levy at this time?
You know, Victoria, I've been out speaking with a lot of groups via Zoom or in live and have found that they're very receptive. And I'm very respectful of where we are, both in our community and our country, our state. But I watched across the state, Great Falls passed their levy and Helena and Bozeman. And so I'm hoping that's good signs for us, but I'm very respectful of where we are financially.
And say, worst case scenario for the district, if the voters don't approve this levy, what other cuts can we see coming up then?
Well, probably more into the areas of just across the district. As I explained, as I'd shown in the first set of reductions, I'd reduced over 40 full-time employees and reduced the operating budget by 10%. I don't believe I can reduce the operating budget by an additional percent. It's just barely where we can survive. So it would be in other areas with employees probably.
And looking back at the reason we're in this situation here, have there been any lessons learned to maybe take and use moving forward? And then also to put the voters' minds at ease to know that, hey, if we support this mill levy, maybe there won't be a levy coming up every year going forward.
Yeah, great question, Victoria. Thank you for asking. We don't anticipate, if we can get this levy passed, that we would have to come to the voters for a few years at least. How state funding works is it's based on your enrollment. If your enrollment increases, then your budget authority increases. And so we want to be done, if you will, Victoria, so that we can get ourselves stabilized and move forward.
All right, Greg. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to say or mention that you feel you need to get out to the voters as we head into this home stretch of the final week before Election Day here?
You know, just we appreciate the support for the schools. I think when we saw everybody come together through the COVID, my gosh, the graduation that took place took an entire community to come together. And then also the feeding of our students with the backpack programs when we started increasing the number of students that were eligible for it. I mean, we went from 300 to like 1,500 in 2 weeks. And so I really thank the people for that. And please remember to vote before you pack your coolers and get in your campers. Get those ballots off the countertops and mailed before the hot dogs and the brats go in.
Yeah, timing's everything, especially with the big holiday weekend coming up. Well, Superintendent Upham, thank you so much. I appreciate your help here, and we'll be waiting to see what happens come next week, Tuesday. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Victoria.
All right, have a good rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.